Oh my gosh. Hey guys, and in today's video, we're going to be doing what if civilization started over? So, let's go. First, we're going to do, well, inspired by these pro. Brush size 3. Let's zoom in. So, I'm going to start in my Egypt, Libya area. It's kind of Libya, but same thing. Start with a little colony. Like that. Population, probably about, maybe, let me think. Population about maybe 10K, 9K, whatever. So they keep colonizing. Wait a second, let me cut. Sorry, back. I was just adding the Nile River, so it's more of like a representation of where they would colonize. But anyway, let's go. Now they keep expanding, not as much inland because it's desert, and more on the coast because that's probably better. Now they don't. This is like when it started. It's not that advanced technology, but they've made like weapons, so that'll be useful later. Okay. Now, as it's happening, like, yeah. So, as they keep going and keep colonizing and keep expanding, they're getting a little too big, and some people don't like that there's a king and that he's like doing everything. So this is what it leads to, the Civil War. Now, blue. They're gonna be starting on this like area, kinda. Yeah, like that. This is the group of people. The capital's like over here, so, because that's where they started. But it's like blue's going into the red territory as they want to rule the area, but red's pushing back. They do it. They have a treaty. That blue, well, yeah. Blue keeps their land, like right, this land. Yeah, red keeps their land, and they just live peacefully. Now blue is gonna be expanding and expanding and expanding, because they're happy that they got out of their old leader and now they have their own. This is like a democracy and not a monarchy. So it's better. Every year they do a vote on who's the leader, blah blah blah, and then they discover the Nile. This is probably the most important thing to ever happen in this. I don't know. Now they start expanding down the Nile. expand down the Nile to go across the Nile, which isn't that far. And then create a colony. Now red is still expanding along the coast, just like that. Doing a nice job. Problem is, the Mediterranean is very salty. It's not getting good water. But the Nile, the blue is doing really good to themselves, so they keep expanding down Nile. Expanding until they stop, just because they thought they've expanded too much. And yeah. Right now, this is what our world looks like. Yeah, not a lot so far, but just wait for the other episodes. It'll get better. Zoom in, zoom in. LeBron. Okay, back here. Now, some people in the blue don't like them expanding as much. So they start going, cut. Yeah, so some people in the blue don't like that they're expanding so much. So boats have already been created. So they're swimming away to Cyprus. Well, what is Cyprus now? They're gonna be green. They colonize the island, and now there's 3 countries. Well, countries, but then the green colonize the Turkish peninsula. Well, not all of it, but the coast, and they keep expanding to a decent amount. So, yeah. Now, back to the red. The red are getting pretty big on the coast, so they're starting to move inland. Now, inland's easier because they don't keep seeing islands, and they have to go explore and blah blah blah. And it's barren, so there's not as much stuff. So they're just taking land because nobody else would really want it. So, yeah. Bam, bam. Okay. So back to blue. Keep going down the Nile, down. Same on the other side. And the other side, the right side, or the west side, the east side, keep expanding almost to the Red Sea, like halfway to the Red Sea, but they don't. And then they just keep trying to fill in the land that they got, and keep expanding, expanding, expanding. Move it up so it goes a little faster. Expanding, and yeah, it's going good for every country pretty much. Yeah, peaceful until the people on green, which still red and blue don't know about. Yeah, red and blue don't know about green. So some people on green, well, it feels we call them green, but go take a boat to the red territory, and then they tell the people, and they say that they're on the blue side, that, and they don't like the blue side, that blue is going to attack them. So then red, with the rumors, starts pushing into blue. Now blue is surprised because, like, why is red attacking us? I thought we were peaceful. Wait. Now blue is surprised, so now this is bad. Blue is wondering how those, and then wait, red, the red people, the people of the red territory ask, why were you thinking of invading us? And then blue territory said, what? I never thought that. And then they said, well, somebody on your side told us. Then they're confused because nobody would do that. Then they thought, what if there was a rebel group? Then they were looking, sailing boats out until they found the Green Island. So the red and blue war is done, but red keeps the land that they got. So blue gets a little less, then blue gets the land taken away. So just fill that in. Do that later. Okay. So then blue lands on green, the green, or Cyprus. Yes, I knew there was another colony here. They're like, oh, you found us. So then they go into a war now. Great. Okay. Blue starts progressing into Cyprus for the green territory. And they keep going and going. And then they decide, and then green says, what a peace treaty. You can keep the entire island, but we keep the coastal land. And blue agreed. So blue takes it away. Wait. Just wait. Okay. Okay. Now everything's back to being peaceful again. Okay, anyway. Blue keeps expanding. Wait, let me just increase this. Blue is expanding progressively, really fast. And then they reach a good point where they want to stop. Like about this much. Now, everyone's doing good. Green's just taking more land out the coast. But because it's still pretty hot, but a little cooler. Wait, let me just fix it. So, yes, since it's still hot, but a little cooler, they keep expanding, but they expand inland more. and they find, wait, never mind. They start expanding west, inland. Then they start reaching Mesopotamia, which is rich in resources. Well, but it's a good area to like plant crops or whatever. But anyway, they keep expanding and expanding, expanding until, wait, back. Expanding, expanding until they think it's a good point to stop. About like right about this much. Okay. So now everything's fine. Everybody's expanding just more and more, getting more land, getting more resources, getting more people, and yeah. So then on the red, some people, but now they're up into, now red's up into what would be modern day Tunisia. Some people take a boat out to see if there's any islands, and they find Sicily. Now, they don't want to tell the Red Monarchy because then they'll just keep getting land, and they want that for their own. So now, about a group of like 100 people go and land in Sicily. Like, wait. Okay. Land in Sicily. Yeah. Okay. Now I have 4 countries. It's about, well, let's say it started 100,000 BC. It would be about maybe like 90,000 BC. Yeah, at this point. So yeah. And the purple take the entire island of Sicily. Okay. Now I think would be a good place to stop for today. I'll make a part 2 probably tomorrow, maybe today if I am not tired. But thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.